morning. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a Nyonya Thanksgiving turkey. So the first thing you're going to need is you're going to need this baba rendang mix, and you're going to add 3 tablespoons of that to a bowl. This is the mix. And then I added 2 tablespoons of my vegetable oil. I added 1 teaspoon of some minced garlic, 1 tablespoon of my lemongrass powder, and half an onion that's this big. And then once I mixed that all up and it was all nice and dissolved, I put on one of these clear gloves and I just put it all over the turkey. And I have also preheated my oven to 350 degrees. And now we're going to close this up. And then we're going to put it into the oven to cook. The next step to our Thanksgiving feast is the cassava cake. So for my cassava cake, I added 2 bags of frozen grated cassava, 1 bag of shredded coconut. I added 1 whole can of coconut milk, another can of some evaporated milk, and I added 1 can of condensed milk. I also added 14 tablespoons of sugar. I just used normal white sugar. And then I put it in the oven for about an hour at 350 degrees to make sure that there's no more liquids left and it's nice and solidified. And then once again, I'm going to add it into the oven for about 5 minutes on the settings of broil so that you can get this nice broiled brown texture on the top that makes it extra little something. Now make sure to head to the next step of the Thanksgiving feast. Now we're going to be making some Pulut Penggan. For this, I already cooked my rice with my pandan knotted leaf, and I added some of my coconut milk, and I'm going to add in the rest of it. There we go. And then you're going to want to mix it up and steam it for another 10 minutes. Moving on to the banana leaf, I just cut them up into squares, and then I boiled some water, dipped them in the boiled water to clean them off and get rid of any extra bacteria. I pat them down and make sure to pull it out with a tong so you don't get burnt. Moving on to heavy, I mixed some cut up baby shrimps, coconut, my chili, a minced garlic and minced onion, and then once you mix that all together and it's sauteed, this is what it should look like. Then you can take your banana leaf and make it look like this. You just want to add your rice and your heavy, and then you roll it up, and you can use a toothpick to secure the ends. Then you're going to want to head over to your stove, turn it up on high, then you can grill it, and then once you see that it's brown, as you can see, and there's lines showing, then you know that it's ready and ready to enjoy. Now we're going to be making some biryani rice. For this, I already added in my 3 tablespoons of butter, and I'm going to add in my 3 teaspoons of turmeric powder. I already added in about 2, so I'm just going to add in 1 more. There we go. Then we're going to add in our lemongrass powder. I'm going to add in half a teaspoon. And in. Then we're going to add in some of our cloves. Oops. There we go. Add in about 5 of them. Boop. Close this up. Then we're going to add in these. These are called Mother Help.
Coriander.
Coriander. Mama's got me. We're going to add in some of these right there. Boom, boom, boom. And you're going to want to make sure you can smell the fragrance. Then I have my anise stars. I already added in 2, so we're going to add in 1 more. These are really strong, so you don't want to add in too many. Then you're going to want to mix it up, make sure all of it is nice and dissolved. I have my heat on medium. There we go, and you can turn it up. So now it's about medium high. And we're going to add in 5 scoops of basmati rice. I have it here. Oop. There we go. Nice in. And the last scoop. Right there. Then you're going to want to mix it all around. And you're going to want to make sure that all the yellow texture that we got from the turmeric is nice, evenly coated all around the rice. Mix, mix, mix. It smells really strong, so that's good. You want to make sure that there's a nice fragrance. Mix, mix. And they're all evenly coated now. So now that they're evenly coated, you're going to add your 5 cups of water. There we go. That's the sizzle. There's the sizzle. There. And our last cup. Right here. Then you're going to add in 2 teaspoons of your soup stock. This is the one I'm using. Grab the spoon right here. Oh, there's a spoon in it. Never mind. We need not grab another spoon. 2 of these. Uno and dos. There we go. Put this back in here. Then you're going to want to mix it around. There we go. Make sure it's all nice and dissolved again. And then you're going to want to close it with the lid and put it on high. Then you're going to want to let that sit for about 10 minutes, maybe 15, and then you're going to watch if there's steam coming out of it. Then you can turn it to low for another 5 minutes. Then you're going to turn the heat all the way down, wait about 30 minutes even though the heat is done, just to make sure that the rice is cooking. After that, you can add in your frozen vegetables. I'm going to add in about this much when it's done. A handful of raisins and a handful of your cashews. On to the next one. Now, before we make our final dessert of this video, these are all our finished products. So this is the Pulut Penggan, and we have our biryani rice that we made. And lastly, we have our cassava cake. Now, the next thing we're going to be making is our pandan kuih. So what we're going to need is 1 cup of rice flour. You can add it into your mixer. Then half a cup of our tapioca starch. Then we have 400 ml of our pandan leaf extract. Pour that in. There we go. 1 can of our coconut milk. And then we can add a little pinch. Oh, I'll get it open. 1 second. Almost there. There we go. 1 pinch of this shredded coconut. I really like shredded coconut. There we go. Then we can put this down, turn on our mixer. You can turn it on to a 1 or a 2, it'll mix nicely. Then once that's all done mixing and it's all nice and even, you can put them into 3 equally parted bowls. One of them I will dye blue, 2 or 3 drops will do. And then I have pink. And then just to enhance the flavor and the color of green, I have this pandan green and flavor. Now, if you come on over, this is the turkey that we made before. So, I took it out of the oven after cooking for about an hour and a half, and I left it here with an open lid, don't close it, for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, just open to simmer it, and I added this Rendang instant paste. And you can just mix it around like this. You don't need to use much. Just move it around. And then you can add your coconut milk all over it once it's already out. And you're just going to let it keep on going, even though it's already cooked, just so that it's nice